Hi guys, this is part 11 of the videos I've been doing on memories and going back and showing slideshows and videos of things I've taken pictures and such of before this year. I just started doing the videos a couple months ago. Today is Saturday. I'm here at the house with my ex-husband, or mine and my ex-husband's house. He just left to go take care of his elderly family member, so now I pretty much got the house to myself. The futon is still not set up. Anyway, so basically, if I stay here, I'm sleeping on the floor. So anyway, or I'm in my car, whatever. Anyway, today's not the best day. I came over here, I ate. It just was not the best day. Anyway, my stomach's bothering me. I'm still on the medication for urinary tract infection, so I still have upset stomach, nausea, diarrhea. Nausea's kind of not so bad now, but anyway, the other stomach issues. Anyway, before I get into it, I'm going to start the video out with craziest thing happened the other night. I was at the truck stop. This police officer, I was in the middle of doing another video. The police officer walks up to my car and says, I got a report that, excuse me, losing my train of thought there. Anyway, he walks up to my car and he says, I got a report that this car was driving around the parking lot recklessly. And I was like, I was surprised. I was stunned. I was like, this car? And then I told him, well, there's a lot of cars like this one, same color, everything. He goes, well, this tag number. And I go back and I look at the video and I can see him look at the tag number. I mean, that's crazy. I can't imagine who would have reported my vehicle for driving recklessly in the parking lot. My ex-husband thinks that he just wanted an excuse to walk up to my car and talk to me, and that's the excuse he used. Before he left, he did ask me if I knew anything about the truck that was parked next to me. I, of course, didn't. The truck stop I park at, I believe, has a lot of truckers that park in there, because I've been there many times and the vehicles stay and they never leave. They're just like, they'll be there for days, weeks, sometimes months without moving. So I kind of think the truck drivers use that as a parking spot. Anyway, at least that's what I think. I don't know. I know the cars don't move for sometimes weeks on end. Anyway, right now I'm getting ready to start the next video. Talk about some of the stuff, past places I've been. Today's just, I just came out of the house. My ex-husband just left. I just came out of the bathroom. It is like, I just don't feel that great. I took 2 Imodiums. I took a third. I did eat a little more food today than I normally do, so I don't know if that made a difference. And I just took it hadn't been too long since I took the first 2 Imodiums. Anyway, it's kind of starting out the same way it did like a few days ago when I first started the antibiotics. And I hate that. Anyway, I just hate it. It just makes me feel like crap. I had no choice though. They gave me a stronger antibiotic for the urinary tract infection, and I don't have a choice. I have to take it. Anyway, side effects or no. Anyway, right now I'm, like I said, I'm at the house and I'm in my other car, my blue, whatever you call it, gray, whatever, Taurus. The one that was in the shop for 8 months. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Anyway, my ex-husband said it has to be, and when I first brought it home, I couldn't even get it started. My ex-husband finally took the battery down to Advance Auto. They charged it for about 45 minutes. Charged it up a little bit, and now he said it has to be started about every other day, or the battery will die. It needs to be driven. Of course, I don't have a tag on it. It's not registered. No insurance right now. But I am going to take it out one day and try to drive it around the neighborhood, and just drive it around the neighborhood, because I got to see if it's doing the same stuff that it did when I took it in, which was when it got hot, it would die. The theft light would come on and it would die. So I need to find that, see if it's still doing that. Anyway, I'll be back with you guys in just a bit. Anyway, that said, about as far as the vehicle goes, as far as this Ford goes. That said, they replaced the instrument cluster in the car, and I noticed that a couple days ago when I started it up, that it does not, the mileage did not line up correctly. When I took it in, when the cluster first started acting up, and essentially went dead, it had around 121,000. I drove it for about a year like that because I didn't really think it made that much of a difference. The only thing that was faulty that I couldn't see was the mileage. So I didn't think it made that much difference anyway. So I drove it for about a year, and I know I put at least 10 or 12,000, maybe a little more on it. I know I did at least 10,000, maybe a little more. So it should be reading, I'm thinking between 130 and 135,000, but it still reads 121,000. So it is not accurate. I asked them about it before, if about the mileage, and they said that it's stored in the body control module or something to that effect, or it's stored in the internal computers of the car, and that's not an issue. It will go to the right mileage, but I don't know. I know they replaced the cluster first, and then they replaced the PCM, but I don't know. I know it's not accurate. It's not enough mileage to make that much difference. As I'm not going to worry that much about it. I will talk to another Ford dealer just to make sure that it wouldn't affect the drivability of the vehicle. As long as it doesn't affect the drivability, I'm not going to worry about the mileage discrepancy. If I ever chose to trade it in or sell it, it would just be a matter of letting them know, that the mileage isn't correct. As long as you don't lie about it and tell them that is the correct mileage, then no crime's been committed. And it wasn't my fault. I have spoken to the dealership. I asked them about it, and they said that it would be it's accurate. When I talked to them, they said, "Oh no, it's accurate." And I said, "Well, but it's not accurate." And they said, "Well, it records whatever's stored in the body control module or the computer of the car." So from going on that logic, that means that the year I drove the car, it just simply did not record the mileage anywhere on the vehicle. I don't think that's accurate. I know they couldn't figure it out. I'm going to talk to another dealer to see what if anything can be done. I'm not about to plunk more money into the car to fix it. I'm not going to do that. It works. The speedometer, everything on it now works. So that's what's important. And like I said, if I ever sell the car, I'll just tell them, that I don't know what, I'll just tell them the mileage isn't accurate, and I'll tell them, my best guesstimate of what the mileage actually is, which I believe the mileage is about 10,000, maybe 15 over what's actually reading on it, at least 10. I don't know for sure. Anyway, if I ever trade the car or sell it, I'll just tell them that, I don't know exactly what mileage is on it. I know it's probably got about 10 or 15,000 more. It's not that much more. It's only about 10,000 or so more than what's reading. At least that's as far as I know. Anyway, because I don't know. I didn't, I didn't think it was that bigger of a deal, when it first stopped working. I didn't think it was that bigger of a deal, and I just didn't get around to fixing it right away. It's a very, very expensive part. The part itself is over $600, I think almost $700. So at the time, I simply didn't have the money to fix it. So I said, well, I'll have to wait until I do have the money. And it just ended up taking I didn't have the money, and then finally it got to a critical point where it had to be fixed, and I finally just had to try to pull money out of savings as best I could, to pay for it. But anyway, so anyway, and then they still couldn't fix whatever was causing the theft light to come on. Some people, I know my mechanic I talked to yesterday said, hey, that's normal, when the cluster goes bad. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, enough said about the vehicle. This first slideshow that you're going to see was taken in Caesar's Head State Park in South Carolina in probably around December 2020. Anyway, the day that I went up to Caesar's Head State Park, it was a very foggy day. It was kind of rainy. A friend of, or, well, she is not a friend. Anyway, turns out she's not a friend, but I thought a friend. Anyway, a former, whatever, acquaintance, whatever you want to call her. She, I think, and some of her friends went up there, and it looked like an interesting place to visit. I've passed by Caesar's Head State Park many times, but never actually visited. So I decided to take a drive up there. It was a little cold the day I went, but not excessively bad. It was rainy. As I said, it was rainy. It was foggy. Anyway, extremely foggy in parts. Just so foggy in parts that I couldn't even see 10 feet in front of the car. Anyway, after I left Caesar's Head State Park, I went down the road, and just down the road from Caesar's Head State Park is a place called Bald Rock, and it is a really cool place. It's a beautiful rock with a lot of painting. I think a lot of people have done paintings and like murals kind of on it. But anyway, it's absolutely gorgeous. You can see what looks like for miles. It is absolutely gorgeous. And by the time I got down there, I walked the whole rock, or some of the rock. There was actually some people camping in the woods nearby. I walked the entire rock, or at least as much as I could, safely, as much as I could safely walk. And it was absolutely gorgeous day. I took a lot of photographs because it was just, it was beautiful with the fog. The fog by this point had lifted. It was like it came and went, but it had lifted, and it was kind of an overcast day, but but the pictures were still gorgeous. You could see out into the distance for just miles, and I was able to capture all that, and it was just a very good day. It was a very peaceful day. Anyway, the next slideshow is of Bald Rock. Same area, South Carolina. Bug, a little what looks like a 1960s, all 1960s Volkswagen Bug, kind of dressed up like you would, colorful like a 1960s. I'm not exactly sure where it was. I think it was somewhere in North Carolina, and it was in front of a vet clinic. Here is a slideshow of some what I think are orange tulips. I'm not sure if they are tulips. I'm not that good with flowers and plants, but I think that's what they are. Anyway, they're really pretty. Don't know where they were taken. Just taken on one of my journeys out to take pictures and do my photography. Here is a slideshow of some leaves. Here is a slideshow of some purple flowers. I took those near Pisgah National Forest in Brevard, North Carolina. It was one weekend when my ex-boyfriend and I got out and decided to take a little drive. He wanted to go up to the National Forest, and there was a road he wanted to go down, actually kind of a road that required a four-wheel drive. Turned out that that particular road was blocked off, but we explored some other areas of the forest and the park, and I took a bunch of pictures. And when we were leaving, I took these pictures of the purple flowers. They're actually across the street from a buy low grocery store. Here is some pretty colorful leaves that kind of look purplish, kind of purplish colored leaves. Here is a light colored lavender flower of some kind. At a church. I'm not sure where the church is at. I think it's in Tennessee, but I can't be sure. The frog, if I'm not mistaken, was taken right there at Rock City in near Chattanooga, Tennessee. Hi, this next slideshow was taken in Draper's Valley, which is in Virginia. It was a beautiful drive. I think I actually got lost and discovered it accidentally. I was on US Highway 11, and then I think I had to go to another highway, or I went on to Highway 100, or I think it was Virginia Highway 100. And it was just by accident that I ended up on Highway 100 anyway, and then I accidentally came into Draper's Valley. Glad I did. It was a beautiful drive and a beautiful area, and just got some really beautiful pictures out of it. Hi, this next slideshow was taken last year, probably around July 2020. I remember that I was in my Ford Focus, so I know that it had to be around July, and I had traveled, I guess, back to Virginia. I had went from North Carolina to Pennsylvania, then I turned around and went back to Virginia and Kentucky and my Focus, and ended up crossing into Indiana. Excuse me, from a little tired, eat a little too much, from the Kentucky side. Anyway, I crossed over into the Indiana line, from Kentucky. It was a rainy day. I do remember that. I there was a highway. I don't remember what highway it was, but I traveled it. I took a lot of pictures. There was a lot of water out that way, and a lot of stuff. Anyway, so anyway, I took a lot of pictures in that one particular area of Indiana. I didn't stay in Indiana that long, and then I went back into Kentucky, and I think it was up near Louisville or somewhere up near there. I'm not really exactly sure, but anyway, next slideshow is Indiana. This next slideshow is of a plant and some rocks that were underneath the plant. Hi, this slideshow was taken up near Tennessee. I mean, it was taken in Tennessee, up near Morristown, near the Cherokee Dam, if I'm not mistaken. Hi, this next and last slideshow was taken in Georgia, January or February of this year, 2021. Anyway, I'm getting ready to get off of here. I've been sitting in the car now, been letting it idle for, it's only been idling for maybe 15, 20, maybe not even that long, about 15 minutes. So far it hasn't died. Anyway, I'm going to get off. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to get off, edit it, put it together, and put it in my queue to be, or queue, whatever you want to call it, to be uploaded. Anyway, because my videos don't get uploaded the day that I make them. None of them. I got a lot of my videos I'm running behind. Anyway, it's a rainy day. It's kind of cold. It's very cold. So or not very cold. It's pretty cold today. It's actually kind of cold, and it's cold in the house. It's very cold in the house to me. Anyway, I'm going to end this video. This was my part 11 of my memories or places I visited. Anyway, I'm going to get off, go back in the house for a little bit, let this, once I put this video together, let it save. I need to charge my phone up for just a little bit, because I actually want to do another video. But first, I'm going to let my phone charge a little bit, because the next time I'm going to do it in the house. I'm not going to do it out here in the car. I'm out here in the car because I just wanted to see, and again, excuse me, I don't know, I've been having problems with breathing, whatever. I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, I have been out here in the car because I want to see what's going on. I know before, after it got hot, it would die, and I kind of wanted to see what it would do. And I know even when it idled, it would die after a while. Driving, idling, it made no difference. So I was just sitting out here, decided to do my video and see if by chance it did die, or what's happening, or what's gonna happen, if anything. Anyway, it's like my ex-husband said, the car does need to be driven, and he's right, it does. It was sitting in that dealership for many, many months. Anyway, but we got it started. That's the main thing. Now the next step's going to be to drive it. Tomorrow is my MRI. Anyway, so far nothing with the car, so I'm going to put this video together and then go back in the house. And then a little bit later, I'll probably leave and, probably leave, go to the store, whatever. Got a few things to do today. Anyway, that said, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoy. God bless. Peace.